Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn about else if statement. Okay. Now, before I teach you how to use else if statement, I want to teach you the ternary operator. Okay. Now, this is the program that we had learnt in the previous video. It checks whether the entered marks is greater than or equal to 40 and displays a sentence according to the result. Okay. So now I'll say 53 and it says you passed the exam. If I had entered a value which was less than 40, it would have said you failed the exam. Okay. So you know how this works. I'm not going to explain it once again. Alright. Now there is one more way to write this program, and that is by using a ternary operator. Okay. And the syntax for ternary operator is like this. Alright, so this is the syntax. Now it may look complicated, but it is very easy. So let me explain it to you. Now I will comment this out. Alright, I will comment this out. How do we comment? By typing 2 forward slashes before the line, or you can use multi-line commenting also. It is left to you. Alright, so int marks, C out, enter the marks, C in marks. So you know how this works. Correct? Now here I will say string result, and this will be my variable. Okay, string result will be my variable. I'll explain it to you, do not worry about it. Then comes the condition. So condition is this, the same condition that we had in if statement. So marks greater than or equal to 40. Alright, and then comes a question mark, and after the question mark is this. Okay, this expression if condition is true. If the condition is true, this is the string that needs to be printed. Correct? So it goes here, you passed the exam. Then separated by a semicolon, separated by a colon is this. Okay, is this. Alright, you failed the exam. So now let me run this and check if it works. Enter the marks. I'll say 96 and it says nothing because we have not printed anything, or we have not written a line for printing out anything. So C out, and here I'll say result. Okay, I'll run it and here it says 98 and you pass the exam. So basically what is happening here is we have created a variable called as result, and the result is of data type string. Just like mark is of int, result is of string. Next is equal to. Okay, so is equal to condition. So first what happens is this condition will be checked whether it is true or false. If this is true, then this will be stored in this string result. Okay, this will be stored in the string result when this is true. Okay, so question mark is needed. Next, what if it is false? If it is false, this will be stored in this variable result. This string will be stored in the variable result, and in the next line we are printing out whatever is stored in the result variable. Okay, so basically it is equal to, you must remember, is equal to question mark and a semicolon. That's all. Okay, to the left of, not semicolon, I'm sorry, colon. This is semicolon, this is colon. To the left of the colon, is the expression that must be executed if the condition is true. To the right of the colon must be the expression that must be executed if the condition is false. So you can see how this single line will get you the same result that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 or 6 lines got. Okay, so you had to type 6 lines here to get the same result, whereas using ternary operator we were able to get it in single line. Alright. Now, it is entirely left to you whether you want to use this or this. Okay. I find this convenient and so I use this. If you find this easy, you can go for it. Alright. Yes. So let me proceed further. Let me delete all this and proceed further. Okay. So int marks, C out, enter the marks and C in marks. So this is common for our next program. Now what is the next program? Next program is to find the grade of a student. Okay. So these are the conditions that we must incorporate in the program. First we must ask the user to enter the marks and then we have to store it in this variable marks. After that, we have to check for these conditions. If the entered marks is greater than or equal to 70, it must say that the grade is A. If the marks is greater than or equal to 80, it must say grade is B. If marks is greater than or equal to 70, it must say the grade is C and so on. If the marks is below 50, then it must say the grade is F. Okay. Now, let me start writing the program. If and the first condition, what is it? First condition is marks is greater than or equal to 90. So marks greater than or equal to 90. So this is my first condition, correct? So I will leave a space here so that it is legible. And inside curly braces, what should be the result? A, correct? So here let me say C out and your grade is A. So let this be the result. Okay. Now if is done. In the previous video we had learnt about if else. We use if else when we have only one condition. Okay, when we have only one condition which has to be checked. But here we have multiple conditions. Correct? We have multiple conditions. And for all the conditions which fail these, we must display F grade. That's all. So for all these conditions, we need to use else if. Okay. So here, instead of using else, we need to use else if. And after else if must be the condition inside bracket. So what is the condition here? Marks is greater than or equal to 80. Okay. So marks greater than or equal to 80. Alright. So next inside curly braces. So let me copy this just to save your time. Yeah. Your grade is B. Your grade is B. Alright. So now using else if we are checking for this condition. Next is this condition greater than or equal to 70. So let me write one more else if here. Okay, else if marks is greater than or equal to 70. Alright, 70. And here let me paste it. Your grade is C. Okay. You can write as many or you can use as many else ifs as you want in a program. If you have still more conditions that needs to be checked, you can use else if for that. Okay. So you can use as many else ifs as you want in a program. Alright. So let me just copy this to save your time and paste it once again. Yes. So 80, 70 and here it is 60 and the grade is D. Here it is 50 and here grade is E, and for the final condition we use else. Okay, so let me delete this and it should say your grade is F. Alright, so this is how the program will be. So let me run it once again before I'll enter 67 and it says your grade is D. Above 60 is D. So let me run and let me say 98, it says A. Let me run and let me say 12 and your grade is F. Okay. So now let us analyze what is happening. Now, when I entered 12, first it checks here whether 12 is greater than or equal to 90. This results in false. So this is skipped. Then it checks whether marks is greater than or equal to 80. This is also false. So this is skipped. Then it checks whether this is true. This is false. So this is skipped. Then it checks whether this is true. This is also false. This is skipped. It checks here. This is also false. This is skipped. Finally, for all the conditions for which these come out as false, this is executed. Okay. So here there is no condition to be checked. For all the conditions where it fails, this is executed. Okay. Now let me enter 76. Okay, 76. Your grade is C. Now when I enter 76, it checks whether it is greater than or equal to 90. This is false, and so this is skipped. Next, it checks whether this is true. This is false, and so this is skipped. Then it checks whether marks is greater than or equal to 70. Since it is 76, this is true and this is executed. Since this is true and this is executed, rest of the program is skipped. Okay, rest of the program is skipped and the control goes to the next line, which is return 0 here. Okay, so I hope this is clear. We have used if along with else if. We use else if we have multiple conditions to be checked. Alright, I hope this is clear. Yes, so that's it for this video. Go ahead and practice this on your own. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.